Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good day. It's Gord, your hurting hippie. And welcome to No News is Good News. And that doesn't mean there is no news, folks. It means I'm changing my focus. But first, it is currently plus 11 Celsius. Yes, it's gorgeous out here. That's why I'm out here in my wonderful Zeppelin t-shirt and thinking about killing these bugs that come into this room. I always have to clear this little room of mine because right now, last time I did this, there, I got it. You just saw me kill a mosquito. But this room usually fills up with bugs because it's a nice little enclosure with glass. It's warmer than outside, etc. Let's get on with what I'm doing. I know some of you probably want me to talk about some of the things going on in the world right now. There's quite a few hot spots, quite a bit of trouble, and friends of mine have already sent me stuff on it. And that's right after I woke up and I said to myself, no, the focus today is on the positive. So first, I'm going to show you a nice little montage, just a short one, of my week in review. Happiness, nature, fun, cooking, and science experiments. Just a minute, we'll be right back. I do hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, you'll see in that. I'll even put another little picture here. Pasha and I did a science experiment yesterday. I love having him here. I love that he's here during the week and talking. I love that he's here this week and doing his homework in the house, and I'm back to helping him get through his homework. But what I'm finding is 99% of it, it doesn't ask for help anymore. We've got to sit here and start looking at positivity of what has happened to us, and that kind of thing I'm willing to talk about. My son has become more independent, more free-thinking, more self-thinking, and self-initiated because of having to manage his own school instead of having a teacher pointing at him and saying, are you getting your work done? He's also learning better what he's being told because he isn't also hammered with a whole bunch of other extracurricular stuff that does nothing for his learning except provide a little bit of entertainment because they have to fill 8 hours of school. Yes, I'll always talk about school should not be what it is today, and I'm hoping through these changes in society that we can revise what school means in the future. I know many of you are hoping that I'll speak to some of the things that are going on in society today. And in due course, I will. I'm not shying away just because, here's a link to yesterday's video. When I woke today, it had the lowest count of views that I've had in years after a day of releasing a video. I do need to remember that that video took me all morning and a little bit of the afternoon just to edit. This phone is not working well as my camera. But I digress. I have found better ways. Today, I know how to get this video to my PC and to the editing table at least an hour quicker than yesterday. Actually, probably 2 hours quicker than yesterday. So this should go up a fair bit earlier. It will be a shorter one, which is a good thing. That way, you guys all stick around for it. Stick around. There's cool little known facts. I really researched them this time. But what was that science experiment? Well, Pasha, just a simple experiment where you put a balloon over a bottle, an empty bottle, and you place that glass bottle in hot water. And the air inside the bottle heats up. Hot air rises, but hot air also expands, filling the balloon. It's just very, very simple, but very, very explanatory as to the process and how air is a different size depending on the heat. Kind of a neat thing to learn and fun to do. We also, I spent yesterday cooking these ribs. You saw them in the montage. You see them now. Oh, my goodness, best ribs I've ever made. And I'll just give you a brief rundown. I took the ribs out yesterday. Last night, I put them in a marinade of ginger, soy, honey. It was a store-bought liquid marinade, but I added a whole bunch of stuff to it. Really, you want in your marinade sharp stuff like onion, garlic, ginger, those kind of things that will give it umami. Overnight in that. Then about 10 or 11 o'clock, I took them out. I wrapped them up, and then I put them in the oven very low and slow, 250, for about 5 hours. Then I took them out again and just let them rest and cool. Let them get cold. Then I brushed a homemade barbecue sauce with honey, ginger, garlic, hot sauce, ketchup. Had quite a bit of stuff in it. Anyways, it's my own recipe, and it always changes. And really barbecued them quick. About, just keep flipping them, and they develop that beautiful crust. And that meat fell off the bones. It was hard to keep them on the grill. They fell apart as I was cooking them, and it was fun. And that's what I mean, friends, is it's so easy to get down in the muck about all this stuff that's going on in the world when we can have really zero or very minimal impact to assist or to even understand. So things like Twitter taking on the president, things like riots, things like Hong Kong. It's too early, and I'm not going to be one of those people who jump on a bandwagon to talk about things to get views. I will only discuss things in the political sphere once I fully understand them. And I don't understand any of them right now. Plus, my friends, it's Friday. Sometimes we have to look the other way. Sometimes we have to turn the other cheek and become more complacent, more understanding, and more responsive to those around us. If we allow ourselves to get stuck in the muck, then we're not doing our family and our friends well. I made a note here that I was going to ask y'all, did I lose some of you because I told my political standing? And I hope not, but I've sure lost a lot of views But that could also be we're just going through a lot of trouble and my views go up and down. I do think I'll do a live video on Saturday, and I'm wondering if you comment. I'm thinking same time, 9 or 10 in the morning, a morning video. Maybe just a little later because it's Saturday, but a morning video. What are your thoughts? Normally I don't do one on Saturday, so it's up to you all. And my friends, it is now time for yeah, I got good ones this time. My friends, cheese is the most stolen food in the world. Yes, globally. In fact, it's stolen so much it has its own percentage. 4% of all cheese made around the globe ends up stolen. And I never even knew that. Yes, there's a black market for cheese. Now, in North America, it is globally, it's first, most stolen. In North America, it actually is fourth behind meat, candy, and infant formula. Isn't that funny? Anyways, 1 in 4 hazelnuts ends up in Nutella. Yeah. Nutella is so popular that 25% of all hazelnuts end up in a jar. It's just kind of interesting. I didn't know it was that popular. I've only had it a few times, and I really don't like it. Ooh, I hope I don't get a thumbs down for that one. And, my friends, this is something I did not know. Little known facts. I love learning. A corned beef sandwich was smuggled into space. Yes, my friends, you heard it here first. An astronaut, March 23rd, 1965, on their first 5-hour Gemini mission, snuck a sandwich, a corned beef sandwich, into a spacecraft. When he took the sandwich out in zero gravity, it started falling apart and he had to put it away quickly before it compromised the spaceship. He ended up in a lot of trouble over this, and it ended up being spoke about in Congress because they were up there to test new space food. And Congress thought they brought that up to just ignore the tests of the space food. They did the tests of the space food. But as usual, people get their panties in a bunch when things don't go the way they want them to go. Friends, I hope you've enjoyed this. Remember the thumbs up. Remember to hit the old bell and ding so that you know when I've got a video, so that you can keep feeding the algorithm and keep the old hippie on. Friends, peace and cheers, love and harmony. Catch you on the other side.